What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Getafe by 3-0. And the Johan Cruyff. Our record there stays perfect. We have, of course, 5-0 win in the Joan Gamper, 6-0 against Valencia, 3-0 against Getafe, no goals conceded. A very strong performance in difficult weather conditions and against a very difficult style of play team, but in the end 3 points stay in Catalonia. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now. It was Joao Garcia in goal, a back four of Jules Kounde, Eric Garcia, Andreas Christensen and Gerard Martin, a midfield three of Frenkie de Jong, Pedri and Dani Olmo, front three of Raphinha, Lewandowski and Ferran Torres. The big surprise for this game was Ferran Torres starting out on the wing. Of course, Rashford getting a brace against Newcastle did not start, but there was a reason for it. Yet again, according to reports, Rashford was late to today's training session in the morning, and hence why Flick dropped him. Of course, dropped Raphinha last weekend against Valencia. This time it's Rashford's turn. I guess our team just loves to be late. Apart from that, we had the center back partnership changing there, and also Olmo getting the nod ahead of Ferran Lopez. The first goal scored in this match was scored by Ferran Torres in an absolutely scintillating goal for Barcelona. Raphinha having the ball on the right hand side, picks an absolute through ball of perfection between the entire midfield and defensive line of Getafe for Dani Olmo to run into. He runs into space, sees Ferran Torres right behind him, backheels it. Nice, calm, cool, collected finish from Ferran Torres to give Barcelona the 1-0 lead. The second goal scored in this match was scored by Ferran Torres yet again to complete his brace. It was actually coming in from a bit of a counter from Barcelona. It was a corner kick for Getafe. We ended up working our way through it. Pedri picked up the ball, loose in the midfield, pinging a long ball to Raphinha, who stayed in his own half and was onside, attracting the defenders, slipped Ferran into space, 1v1 with the keeper. Pump fakes the keeper, thinking he's going to go to the far post, goes near post, 2-0, easy, comfortable, Ferran Torres brace completed. And the third and final goal scored was scored by Dani Olmo. It was actually Casado with a long ball over the top to Marcus Rashford. Again, he's holding the line, stayed onside, used his pace, ran right to the byline, cut it back. Lewandowski kind of didn't attempt to it. Behind him was Dani Olmo, who basically slotted it into the open net as David Soria was attracted by the run of Rashford. Calm, cool, collected finish from him, giving Barcelona, of course, the 3-0 final score line. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm giving it a very strong 8 out of 10. I thought we played some fantastic football in this game. Again, due to the weather conditions, you expect the ball to be a bit slippery, moving, not really landing the way we wanted, the way the Getafe were playing they kind of tried to highlight a little bit, and they were just, of course, sitting back, going for fouls, and then they had a total of 20 fouls or something in this game, getting 3 yellow cards in the first half. We knew what we were coming up against, but we bit our time. We took the patience of the game, and we controlled it in that regard. I think the way we handled them in the first half was fantastic. We were pumping them. We knew that we needed at least a 2-goal cushion against a team like this. We go for it. We get the 2 goals as well. The way we've been playing was fantastic, creating chances, opening up space, using link-up play. It was all fantastic. Then second half as well, basically the same story, but kind of after we saw the Dani Olmo goal went in, we could see the breaks going on a little bit. We saw some players trying, individual things like Rooney Barger on the right hand side, Rashford on the left. Lopez tried a few things as well. Lua was just trying to get into space, but couldn't get those final touches and stuff like that. Could have been much more, probably. I think based on the run of play, based on how this game gone, it could have easily been a 5-0 game for sure. I think we did miss out on 2 goals. Of course, Ferran Torres could have had a hat trick. Maybe you could even say should have had a hat trick in this game. But I thought the football we played here was very strong. I wouldn't say it's champagne football, but it was some flick ball. We saw some great passes of play. The one that created the goal was fantastic. We were creating chances quite comfortably. We didn't let the intimidation of the 5-3-2 of Getafe's haram ball influence us whatsoever. Very convincing victory. That's why I think the performance is probably maybe a 7, but the fact of the team that we're playing, the conditions, the comfortability we had in this game, I felt like an 8 out of 10 was definitely needed for the team. I think they fully deserved this after having, of course, a big game against Newcastle on Thursday, only a 48-hour turnover, training on Friday in England, then coming on Saturday, then being here today with some rotation in this team. Credit where it's due to the entire team. Overall for me tonight, they get a solid 8 out of 10 for their performance collectively. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. We're off, of course, with the goalkeeper, Joan Garcia in goal. 7 out of 10 from me. Solid display from him. Quite comfortable and quite a quiet day. Came out, claimed a couple of crosses. Of course, made that decent save in that shot by Getafe in the 88th. 89th minute. Apart from that, cruise control for him. His another clean sheet for him to collect. He, of course, now has back-to-back clean sheets in home games in La Liga. 3 clean sheets out of 6, which isn't too bad. I will definitely take that, especially with the upgrade that we have made in the defense with him in goal. But so comfortable, so reliable, felt so safe. Your routine, 7 out of 10 for him. And the center back partnership now in front of him, first on the right hand side, it was Eric Garcia. 7 out of 10 for me. I thought he was super solid. I feel like Eric Garcia against La Liga teams just takes it to a different level in terms of his elegance, his composure. It's fantastic to see. I thought he looked super comfortable in this game. I think decision making in this game was fantastic from him as well. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Of course, put in his 10-minute practice shift at left back in case it's needed for the future and maybe even this season as well. There's no place where he did anything wrong, I think, in my opinion. I think he had a solid display. 7 out of 10 for me. And honestly speaking, the same goes for his center back partner on the left hand side in Andreas Christensen. He's getting some more minutes. He's looking comfortable. He's getting some consistency as well. Hopefully, he can have a run at being the starting player in the defense on a consistent basis. Looked really strong. I think there was a time where I would have wanted him to have a bit more composure on the ball, maybe pass the ball off in the back instead of just cooking it and clearing his lines. But maybe he felt like in that moment that the space was a bit too tight for him, which I completely understand. But I thought, again, just like Eric Garcia, very solid from him. They really put a foot wrong. 7 out of 10 from me. Into the fullbacks now. First on the left hand side, Gerard Martin. 7 out of 10 for me. Look, I don't know what it is with him, but going forward on the ball, he's like 50-50. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But defensively, I have to give credit. I thought he defended very well in this game. Had a lot of loose passes, loose touches where he lost the ball, then gained them back, or he lost the ball, then maybe our press won the ball back. So he wasn't really put into too much danger. But I think defensively today looked really solid. I think when he keeps it simple, like Arujo, when he, wins the ball back, passes it, when he's making those overlapping runs, puts in a simple cross, it's fine. But he wants to take a touch or two. I feel like that's when I start to panic with his ability. But I think overall this game put in a great performance. 7 out of 10 from me. Final fullback, of course, on the right hand side, Jules Kounde, the exact same rating, 7 out of 10 from me. I would like a minute of silence for Jules Kounde today, because poor guy got absolutely battered with the fouls today. I mean, he collected 3 yellow cards in the first half with challenges on him. Had that moment where he was fouled and he started yelling in pain, and then spoke to the referee. Like he was getting the cosh of the fouls from Getafe. But performance-wise, thought he was really good. Similar to the rest of the defense, which as you can probably see, all getting 7s in that back 5. He really didn't put a foot wrong. I really liked the way he ran forward, put some crosses in the box, gave Raphinha options on that right flank. There's really not much else to say. I thought he was really solid. I think defensively as well, looked really good, and most importantly, looked super comfortable. I think he's definitely reclaiming that right back position back from, of course, Eric Garcia earlier on in the season. 7 out of 10 for me for the Rolls-Royce defender. Superb from him. Into midfield now. Firstly, you have Frenkie de Jong, the captain on the night, of course, who led the team out as the captain. 6 out of 10 for me. Average performance from him. Don't think he was, superb. Don't think he was poor. My frustration today with Frenkie mainly surrounds his antics. I think every time there's a foul against him or on him, he's there pulling his head and can't believing it. I think on the ball, looked fine, looked comfortable, looked fantastic. I think off the ball today could have been a bit better. Maybe while timing more his challenges. I just felt like there was something, he kind of knew that this game was mainly going to be on that front 4 to create and, get the goals, and his job was just to keep the pass moving, keep the transition shifting from right hand side to left hand side. But I thought overall he was solid. I'm not saying he was poor by any means necessary. I just think that maybe off the ball and in defensive, transition, I felt like he could have been a bit more tidy in that regard. So 6 out of 10 for me, still a solid display from him. His other compatriot in the pivot, it's Pedri, 8 out of 10, and for me, in my opinion, the man of the match. I know people are going to be giving it to El Tiburon, but I just think Pedri today was... You're starting to get lost for words now with these kind of performances, especially when you see it on such a consistent basis. But this guy is just absolutely unbelievable. elegance he has on the ball, the calm coolness, the composure, the vision. It's just sensational. This guy gets pressed by 2 or 3 players and turns and twists and finds the perfect pass in, under 2 seconds. It is absolutely remarkable. I thought that first half, in the first 20 minutes before we got the goal as well, was keeping the ball moving very, very quickly, finding over the top passes for Raphinha on the right hand side, Gerard Martin and Ferran Torres as well. And to be honest, I think the main thing for Pedri today was his recoveries. Now on the left hand side, Ferran Torres and Gerard Martin lost the ball a lot in that first half, and he was the one picking up the loose pieces, making the recovery, stopping the counter-attack from Getafe. I think that's why I gave Frenkie de Jong that, 1 rating down from everyone else so far, giving an average 6, because I felt like Pedri was doing a lot of Frankie's work in this game, which was recovering a lot, dropping deep to stop counter-attacks, continuing runs as well to throw the Getafe players off balance and off their groove and not give them any space. I thought he was absolutely remarkable in this game. Did he get an assist? No, he didn't. He didn't get an assist, but 8 out of 10, absolutely sensational from him. Final midfielder in the 10 is Dani Olmo. He gets an 8 out of 10. Thought he was fantastic as well. There's a reason why I was, vouching for him to start this game. I think against low blocks and tight spaces, that is where Olmo thrived. The back heel assist was sensational. His goal was taken very well, created a few chances. That free kick that he had looked really strong. Definitely could have been more productive in this game, I would say, in the sense that he could have been more effective in the final third. But again, this is, I think, his first start of the season, if I'm not mistaken, so he's gonna need some, we'll give him some time to really bed in and do what he can do. But this is exactly what we want from Dani Olmo, and with these kind of performances, I think he will definitely overtake Fermin in terms of, UCL final tomorrow, Gala 11 tomorrow, who starts, Fermin or Olmo. I think right now it's still Fermin, but I think, a few weeks time with these kind of performances, Olmo will definitely overtake him. Everyone knows that, fully fit in their primes right now, almost starts over Fermin every single day of the week, and tonight he showed exactly why. 8 out of 10 with 1 goal and 1 assist. Into the front line now. Firstly, on the right hand side, it was Raphinha. I'm going to give Raphinha a 7 out of 10. I thought he had a decent display. Of course, got the pre-assist, that fantastic through ball for the Ferran opener. Got the assist for the Ferran brace. I liked how he was taking on his man a lot. He was using his dribbling ability to try and take on the one that was marking him down the left hand side. Yes, sometimes he would lose the ball, go out for a throw and whatever it may be, but sometimes he beat his man, and that's where I think he looked at his best. Was better against the ball forward very well, putting in some good crosses, and most importantly was doing what Raphinha does best, which is being effective in the final third. Great performance from him, in my opinion, and he gets a solid 7 out of 10. Left hand side, left winger was of course Ferran Torres, getting a brace. He gets an 8 out of 10. Wish he scored. He got the hat trick in that first half after he hit the crossbar. But I still wanted to mention, before the goal in that opening 20 minutes, looked really sluggish. A lot of loose balls, heavy touches. I think once he got those 2 goals, he did look much better for sure. But that's why I didn't give him the man of the match. I think in the first 20 minutes he wasn't that great. I think him and Gerard Martin were a bit on the poorer side, I would say. But this is what Ferran Torres does. This is what we want from him. Come in these kind of games, come in, make some rotation, and most importantly, be impactful in the game. I think he had that one chance as well with that Gerard Martin cutback where his shot was blocked by the defender. All of these things are accumulation of the rating, but I think overall today still got solid. I think they gave him man of the match from La Liga. That's just La Liga being boring. Who scored the most goals, give the man of the match. But I still think he was definitely one of the top performance in this game for Barcelona for sure. But overall, I think very, very solid from him. This is his role. He needs to accept it, embrace it, and most importantly, be impactful. We see today he scored 2 goals, probably from 3 or 4 chances, not like the other games where he's about 9 to score 1. So this is what we want. Super effective. Tiburon, I think, took the goals really well as well, especially the second one, and hopefully next time he can get the hat trick and not hit the crossbar. I think after the crossbar, did he have another chance? I don't think he really did. So what was it, 3 or 4 chances, 2 goals, can't complain there with Ferran. Last but not least, of course, up front, Robert Lewandowski, 6 out of 10 for me. Here's him with the Frankie again, but not really a graveyard shift. He had some moments and some chances, but I thought overall looked okay. I don't think there's a reason to maybe go in on him, say he was poor. I think his whole play was great, making some good runs in behind. Did he have a chance? He of course had that chance in the second half where he could have got a flick on. I feel like in the first half he had maybe another chance. So he did in the first half, that twist and turn and shot. Probably should score that, or at least make it difficult for the goalkeeper that was right at him. But another good game for Lua to get some more minutes and get more feel of the pitch again, just coming back from an injury from the previous international break. Looks really good. And I don't think he was, horrendously poor today. Just, cheeky average performance from him. Almost a graveyard shift, but had a few chances in this game. Finally, of course, are the substitutions. The subs were Marcus Rashford, Casado, Fermin, Rooney Bargi, and Araujo. Rooney and Araujo didn't really do much. Fermin looked really good. Hopefully no injury for him. He was down after the game, pointing at his left thigh. Hopefully nothing too serious there. Casado looked really good. Of course, had that pre-assist for the Dani Olmo goal. And Marcus Rashford, of course, getting an assist again. Looked really good, especially on that right hand side. Was playing on the right wing to the left. Looked like he had a blister of pace, and most importantly, what everyone's talking about, he looked like he was playing with confidence, and that is really strong. Of course, it did suck they didn't start the game. He probably should have started the game, but turned AA for training. Let's hope this is the first and the last time that happens. But really lively performance from him. Looked really good on the ball. He of course had that great run down the right hand side, past two players, shot was saved by David. So he took a little bit of deflection as well. But that goes in. You're talking about yet another wonder goal. So he's looking much more strong, a lot more confidence in his game as well. Hopefully we get to see more of that, more effectiveness, and more GA from him. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick. Tonight he gets a 9 out of 10 from me. I mean, 3 points, clean sheet, rotated side, made all 5 substitutions. We played well. We looked good. I mean, I don't know how much else I can really rate him. I only give him a 9 because we didn't score 5 or 6. I mean, this is a Valencia game. He's getting another 10 out of 10. I mean, he's just been absolutely remarkable, an absolute revelation to this team and to this club as well. And it's hard to criticize him after this game. I think even the substitutions were really good for good personnel. He rested Pedri, rested Frankie, took off Rafa at halftime. There's really no place where I can complain. Even if I'm being nitpicky, I can't find anything. So sensational from him. 9 out of 10. Best manager in the world. So that was a match review for Barcelona versus Getafe in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing I want to first, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca. Let's go!